Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic Dino action, scary bolt. There's actually a few different changes tonight. I'll go over just briefly. I know a lot of you aren't here yet, but if you're watching this afterwards, we got Bolt Bend, part of the namesake for Scary Bolt, and this certainly has been scary for many opponents. You guys might have forgotten about this, but maybe you're playing decks that can't reliably have a creature with power 4 or greater. Dinos certainly can do that. Casting this for a single red to change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. So that just means if something is targeting a single target. It's not like if a spell was targeting multiple things, then I don't believe you could change it. So Settle the Wreckage in Azorius Control, exiling all creatures target player controls that are attacking. Would use Bolt Bend to turn around, Settle the Wreckage on the Azorius Control opponent. Of course, nothing would be exiled because none of their creatures are attacking, but it is a pretty fantastic way to counter Settle the Wreckage for a single red. Absolutely stunning. Sometimes Settle the Wreckage, well, it just does us in. It's hard to play around it, maybe if we don't have too many threats, or we just have one good threat. Attack in with Carnage Tyrant. It has hexproof, so basically the only way to remove it is Settle the Wreckage. That means if Carnage Tyrant is going to draw that spell out, might as well attack with everything. The opponent thinks, oh, this is going to be a juicy settle. The opponent might get a bunch of basic lands, which sometimes is the case, but with Bolt Bend, not today. Invoke Despair. I believe we can turn that around on the opponent. It says target opponent sacrifices a creature and then enchantment and artifact, that sort of stuff. Yes, having a new re-edition, I would say. Yeah, certainly. Heaven, speaking of, I had a match against Rakdos Midrange, which I won. All thanks to a fatal push. They tried to kill, I think it was Shifting Ceratops here. They had sacrificed a permanent, or one of their permanents had left the battlefield, meaning they could take out a creature with mana value up to 4. Tried to kill Shifting. I used Bolt Bend to turn around the fatal push, take out their reflection of Kiki Jiki. Oh, it was lovely. Retro hits. How's it going? I was just explaining about how I beat Rakdos Midrange with this. So they lost a fatal push. It completely fizzled effectively. I saved my creatures, so it's like Tameo safekeeping, something that gives hexproof in a way. If, you know, this thing was gonna die and then it didn't die. For a single red, Bolt Bend is kind of like that, but it's even better than just saving it, because now we killed something else. Extra value, which is fantastic. But again, being able to stop some of the exile abilities. Oh, Liliana of the Veil. Target player sacrifices a creature, her -2. It's targeting something, a single target. So we can turn around Liliana's ability there and make the Rakdos Midrange player sacrifice one of their own creatures. Boom. Lovely. Oh, 100%. Single red. Very consistent Heaven, I must say. But it is going to be satisfying if we can make the Rakdos players maybe sacrifice their own Shieldred. We save a creature, and for 1 red we take out Shieldred, and oh, they're just going to be crying tears, that's for sure. Lots of other things. Thoughtseize, potentially, if we have something big and impactful to save. The new, I don't know, possibly. Bolt Bend has been around for quite some time from War of the Spark, which is years and years ago at this point. But it's going to do the trick, I must say. Yeah, Thoughtseize would be good. Consider we can easily play Carnage Tyrant. We have this and Bolt Bend in our hand. the opponent has already seen Carnage Trant from maybe a previous Thoughtseize, and then they use another Thoughtseize to try and get this guy out of our hand. Not today. We use Bolt Bend to make the opponent target themselves. So they use Thoughtseize, they go down 2 life, and they have to discard another card. We would have had to discard a card anyways, so we might as well make the opponent discard, well, go down 2. It's better definitely, especially if we can save Carnage Trant, or we can just make them target themselves if they haven't used a Thoughtseize at all this game. They don't see what's in our hand. We can protect that information potentially, and well, Bolt Bend's going to do the trick. But there is some new tech other than just Bolt Bend. Realmwalker. Again, in the description I said I hadn't tried it as much as I think I should have, but just for extra advantage, lovely stuff, because it does have Changeling. It is every creature type. Thunderherd Migration. Caring about revealing a dinosaur. Definitely with this list there is enough dinosaurs. We should always be able to reveal one for this. And the fact that there are so many creatures, 26, technically 30 of the creatures are dinosaurs. So that is going to be pretty good for Realmwalker, being able to play dinosaurs off the top of the library. I'm quite excited about that. Maybe one of the best creatures, best things for card advantage. But you got to remember, if it's not a dino on the top, what can you do about that to potentially get another dino underneath or shuffle the library? We got a plan for that. Thunderherd Migration, of course. If we have it in hand, we wait to cast it, see what's on the top. If it's maybe a Huntmaster, a Domri, something that we can't play. We use Thunderherd Migration to grab a basic land and shuffle the library, which could potentially put a dinosaur on top. Or Topiary Stomper, shuffle it up, maybe get something on top that we can play. Yes. Shapeshifters, blending into dinos. That would be pretty satisfying. They already have horns and scary tusks, it seems like. But I'm excited to try it again. I think I'll put it through the paces, use it at least a couple days to get a really good feel for it. But like I was mentioning, having something to shuffle your deck and increase the chance, or get another chance of some dino on top. Nylea. Don't know why I read that as a K, but Nylea Keen-Eyed. Her ability, 2 and a green, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature, put it into your hand, good stuff. But we see the top card, maybe it's a land, something we can't play. We just use this, put it into the graveyard, and perhaps the card underneath is a dino. So this is a way to change what's on the top. Temple of Abandon, scry 1, change what's on the top. That's what it's all about. And going back to last night, Treasure Map did fantastic until it has 3 landmark counters on. We pay 1, tap it to scry 1. Look at the top. Put it on the bottom and maybe get a dino. So there is a lot of ways to manipulate the top card of the library and keep potentially playing dinos off of it. I think that's going to be good. It definitely has felt pretty good today so far. Otherwise, everything is basically the same. Still the 4 Castle Garenbrigs, 19 lands, continuing to do that. Yeah, I say we jump into things, and it's going to be good. I have a feeling. Azorius Control, anything like that. Maybe another Esper Control to start off with, perhaps. Yeah. Oh, I can work with that. There's no 2 sources of green, but we got Realmwalker. Like I was talking about, I think there's a good chance we should get that second source of green, be able to play Topiary Stomper. But definitely nice to have the 2 lands. As long as Huntmaster or Marauding... I swear, I did not know that was coming up. I was saying Huntmaster instead of Marauding, and well, there we go. We got the Huntmaster, so it's definitely getting quite good. Even if Huntmaster... oh my, well. It's not a second source screen, but we still can play Realmwalker, which potentially maybe should have been played first. Nah, that's too bad. Alright, it is some good aggression though. Hopefully they don't sweep us somehow. Another Jund. I've faced Jund before. Unfortunately, they're going to sacrifice Marauding Raptor. That's not going to be fun. I'll block it. Well, I can do that. A little painful. Deadly Dispute. Understandable. Hopefully they don't take out Realmwalker. Yes, Huntmaster. Because Realmwalker is every creature type, Realmwalker is a dinosaur. Huntmaster reducing the cost on that. Doing some lovely stuff. We see Regisaur Alpha, which, if Marauding Raptor was still sticking around, we would be able to play this off the top. Currently, Regisaur is reduced to 4. Regisaur would have been 3 if Marauding was still here. So you can see already, boom, we would have been up a draw, a card, because we drew this Realmwalker, could have played this Regisaur Alpha instead. But we're getting a Regisaur next turn. That's going to be good, hopefully. Now we can make some good stuff happen, but still, you know, we're attacking with two 3s. It's not terrible. Chipping away nicely enough. Definitely, I wouldn't have expected to see 3 Realmwalkers so early. But I've had a lot of wacky games. Oh, another Claim the Firstborn. It is painful. Oh, Spicier Junior. Yes, absolutely. Trying out different things. Eventually something will stick enough that it's definitely the thing I'll want to play. Maybe not. It's hard to say because I think there's definitely so many angles that you can explore. But Realmwalker is something I've always wanted to explore more than I have in the past. Just keep attacking with them. We see the Temple of Abandon. Unfortunately, it is going to come into play tapped. So we still won't have 4 mana or 2 sources of green next turn. But we're getting close to Galta. 2/3 for 2 mana. Not so bad. Hasty. Maybe they use removal on Realmwalker, but that's okay if we still have 1 left over. We're still able to play stuff up the top. And I mean, they're going down to 6. That's not so bad. We could make some good stuff happen. We can't play Domri, but look at this. Of course, Temple of Abandon will send Domri to the bottom. Hope that at some dino we can play underneath. It's a land. Oh, well, that's good. We do want to land next turn, that's for sure. I'll hold everybody back. Hope for the best. Hope that most of these guys are around next turn. If the lands are a little bit better early on, you can imagine we'd have Regisaur Alpha down, Topiary Stomper potentially. We'd have a bunch of lands likely being able to play Galta. You can imagine. Yeah. That's alright though. Oh my goodness, they've got 3 Claim the Firstborns, kind of similar to us seeing 3 Realmwalkers. It is very painful. That's probably going to do it. They're going to sacrifice too many. We got to block too much. So with the 2 Mayhem Devils, whenever a permanent is sacrificed, they could deal 2 damage to any target. Not good. Not good at all. They'd sacrifice the food, the Witch's Oven, at least. That's 4 damage, plus all the creatures that they're attacking us with. Oh yeah, that's a new Planeswalker that they're using, Heaven. Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler. They say this is the best card in Phyrexia. All will be one. I've got quite a few copies. I don't plan to use this, but they can activate abilities of creatures they control as though those creatures had haste. So Gilded Goose, the turn it enters, They can tap to sacrifice a food and add a mana. They don't have to wait a turn to ramp that way, which is kind of nice. Pay 1, untap a creature. Well, you know, if maybe they want to untap something that can ping or have a certain ability. But the -2, mill 3 cards, then they can return a creature with mana value 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. A lot of painful, cheap creatures, just that they're using overall. There's quite a few targets for Tyvar to reanimate. Oh, it is a scary, potentially nasty package. A lot of versatility that this Planeswalker brings, but we got stuff to do now. The question is, Bolt Bend, that would save some of our creatures from this Claim the Firstborn. I kind of like that. It could be some key creatures. They also could have other painful things, but for the most part, I think it's mainly just Claim the Firstborn. Then they sacrifice a lot of things, chip away damage that way, unfortunately, and it's not good. We'll do Ripjaw. Huntmaster I'm going to take out. Huntmaster they could kill with spells, they could claim the Firstborn and steal this, so Treasure Map certainly is a lot more durable. Rampaging Frostdawn instead of Tyrannix Rex. And we're off to the races. Had to lock in the changes there, but definitely against decks where Otepec Huntmaster at least would die pretty easily. The game plan is switching that for Treasure Map. Eventually, you know, I'll get the treasures from that, be able to ramp, and you can't claim the Firstborn, an artifact. There we go. That's definitely a lot better. Hey, anything is better pretty much than no lands. Realmwalker though. I'm going to send Realmwalker to the bottom. I've got 4 in the list. Feels like a pretty good chance that we'll see another one, and you only need 1. Further copies are redundant, unfortunately, but it is so good and I think pretty valuable for the deck. Thunderherd Migration though. Let's get ahead in the ramping game. Reveal Regis or Alpha. We wouldn't have been able to pay 1 and scry and get a landmark counter on Treasure Map anyways that turn. We'd play it for 2 and that'd be it, so might as well get a land instead. Multiple treasure maps. Well, that is intriguing. I'm going to do 1. Oh, a land on the top. Good stuff. That means we would get Regis or Alpha next turn, as long as they don't use Thoughtseize. Alright. I'm liking the looks of that. They might be preparing some removal for it. We're playing Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay. Oh, Carnage turn. What am I thinking? Well, we got Castle Garenbrig. We got 5 lands. But could they make us sacrifice Carnage turn? I don't want that to happen, that's for sure. We'll go Regis or Alpha. Play it safe. I figure the token's probably dead. They'll Fatal Push, claim the Firstborn. Something to do with it. Might as well get a little bit of value. Could have been nice to maybe block something, but yeah, definitely the fact that it's probably going to die. Another Blood Tithe Harvester, that's painful. They can take out Regis or Alpha, unfortunately. Maybe Carnage Tyrant would have been good. Oof. Feast of Forgotten Gods. Yikes, I don't like that. That is not good. It's not too bad. They lost a lot of creatures, so I do feel nice about that. That's pretty good. If we got something with haste to take out Tyvar, I'd like it. My goodness. They just keep playing stuff again and again and again. I imagine Priest of Forgotten Gods would tap, make a sacrifice, Topiary Stomper, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll go Topiary still. Probably going to die, but we'll get this treasure map to another landmark counter. And then we'll flip it next turn. Oh, Regis or Alpha. Okay, okay. It would be nice to get rid of Priest of Forgotten Gods. Even though we can't use Topiary Stomper, maybe because we can't use it, it's not feeling like too much of a threat. Although being able to activate Reflection of Kiki Jiki the turn it flips because of Tyvar's ability, not a pretty sight. Man, I wish I had a sweeper. It does feel painful, I will say, whenever I face a deck like this, not having a sweeper. I hope to get the job done. Definitely, there could have been a good possibility if I would have maybe stuck something a little earlier, unfortunately. But we're not busting through that. They're definitely going to be finishing us off. That's too bad. That's alright, though. I kind of like shying away from a sweeper. I know they're good and I will add them back in, but just the fact sometimes the sweeper hurts me a little bit more than I'd like. Taking out the token from Regis or Alpha, Otepec Huntmaster, Marauding Raptor, if I've left those guys in, of course. And I do like to leave them in, but yeah, a sweeper. Whew. Even Flame Sweep. 2 and a red, instant speed, 2 damage to each creature. That would have done them in, mostly, but Brotherhood's End, 3 damage to each creature, and Planeswalker certainly would have been the most ideal thing. And maybe something little to take out the elves that mono green plays, and oh my goodness, they're starved in the land department, but it doesn't really matter because they have so many dorks. Oh, if I could deal 1 damage to each creature, I'd be pretty happy with that. Hopefully we can go fast enough, but sometimes that is just not the case against mono green devotion. If that's what it is. Yeah, okay. Whew. It's actually been quite a little bit since I've faced mono green. It's a lot of variation. Some from the new Phyrexia. All will be one. But just in general, it's very different. It's pretty rare that I face the same deck twice in a night. Nylea? I like Nylea. Reduces everything by 1. That always feels pretty good. Now let's do that. Reducing Huntmaster to 1 red is going to be nice. Play that first. Coming up next turn, we go Realmwalker for 1. If all goes well, actually, we can just play Tyrannix Rex, now that I think about it. Nylea or anything that reduces the cost of creatures. The big thing is getting Tyrannix Rex down to 6, in range of the 6 mana that Castle Garenbrig makes when we use its ability. Sometimes I just only have the 6. I'm still out of range of Tyrannix Rex whenever it does cost 7. But it looks like God Pharaoh's statue coming down, unfortunately, and that's gonna do us in. Yikes. That is not good. Yeah, we'll get Huntmaster. Still got some nice reduction. Nice-ish. At least they still mostly just have dorks. Ooh, a 6/6 is not good. Man, if only we had artifact destruction. I do like the potential of silver bullets, but I don't like not being able to see them. And I like sticking to, at least with this variation, what the game plan is focused on, playing as many dinos, keeping lots of dinos, big, scary dinos that hopefully you can get down. Unfortunately, Karn grabbing the one thing that really, well, helped them out. Unfortunately. Ooh, Vivian, yeah, that's... We're not coming back from this. We'll see what we draw next turn, but that might be it. Yeah, we're not going to get through all that increased cost. Godpharaoh statue making all our spells cost 2 extra, which is very painful indeed. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. Try and go a little faster, at least, but they certainly got pretty fortunate seeing all those elves early on. That did the trick for them. Oh, well. Give her a go. We got 2. Thunderherd Migration. Nice little bit of ramp with Topiary there, getting us to Regis or Alpha, I would imagine. Tranix Rex. And the festivities. That's what I've always considered. I've tried it a little bit in the past. 1 red, 1 damage to each creature your opponents control, I believe it is, and 1 damage to your opponents. Just taking out all those little dorks, which fortunately they haven't played at all. That is nice. But we still have to play something. Topiary Stomper to get a land. I like that. Like I was saying, we're in range of Regis or Alpha, and hopefully getting that Castle Garenbrig at some point. But it seems like if anything's going to be fast enough, it may be this. Of course, mono green can explode out of nowhere, sadly. The old growth troll. You know what? I like Thunderherd Migration. We'll go with Realmwalker just to see if there's, I guess, Marauding Raptor on the top. Oh, that's not Marauding Raptor. Well, switch it around. See what we get. We're at 6 now, which means there could be a pretty good chance we get to 7 next turn. But it's interesting. We had shifting on the top, we shuffled the entire deck, and it put another shifting on the top, which that's a pretty low chance to happen. That's pretty cool. It's a little unfortunate because I was hoping for a land. Storm the festival. That's my bet. And, oh, okay. Yeah, another Nykthos. That tends to do the trick. What's the card gonna grab? Godpharaoh statue. Ouch. I don't know what I would rather ban. Hard to say. Realmwalker doesn't sometimes do a whole lot for us. Definitely, that could have been worse. Regis or Alpha it is. Then we just hope they don't storm the festival next turn, but not a whole lot you can do against mono green, at least with this deck. Flyers is very good, I hear. There is some flying dinosaurs. Could be something worth exploring. Kinjali Sunwing, making all their creatures enter the battlefield tapped. Also something I've done a little bit with, Trapjaw Tyrant, of course, to exile whatever it is, whatever creature they have, whatever is the biggest. Of course, the animation on that is lovely, and that will probably do it. Nah. Naya Dino's Trapjaw Tyrant animation, that certainly is where it's at. Oh, never gets old. Yeah, sometimes you just lose, sadly. But you can see how a light damage sweeper, something instant speed, so you could use it on their turn if they do barf a bunch of mana dorks. You take them all out, buy yourself a little bit of time. Or you just have something that shuts off Nykthos. That is pretty big, but chances are they still have some good ramp and they can play the Storm the Festival quite easily, especially with the mana dorks, the enchantments that make lands tap for extra green. Ugh, not so fun. This hand could be pretty fun though, because we got Castle Garenbrig, which does have to be our first land, making sure we have 2 on turn 2 for either Huntmaster or Thunderherd Migration here. See if it's anything black related. Oh, hopefully this isn't Bant Turbo Fog. Mono green again. I was wondering about that, but this could be maybe even more annoying than mono green. Yikes. Definitely Thunderherd will get to 4 next turn with the other Castle Garenbrig that I have. Grab a forest, so this one enters tapped. Go Huntmaster for 2, Topiary for 2. We got tons of lands. We should be able to play Tyrannix Rex next turn. I was wondering about that. I've actually never tried it, and I don't have a single copy of it myself, but maybe eventually I'll redeem my rare wild cards for... oh, the name escapes me. Mostly because I don't have a copy of it. But this looks like it might be Venerated Rot Priest something. Huh. Oh, we'll see. Maybe they don't have... oh, Memory Deluge. Hopefully it's not Bant Turbo Fog like last night. Man, that was scary. I would be very surprised if we faced it again. But, like I was saying, we got Tyrannix Rex. But I think that could be a pretty good suggestion. Junior. I gotta try it at some point, I imagine. Just constantly gain a little bit of life. Hopefully. You don't want lots of dinos to be able to reveal them each turn and make the best use of that 2 life. Hopefully they don't have a sweeper here. Interesting. Well, definitely Marauding Raptor. I like that. And we'll reveal Shifting Ceratops, see if that draws anything out. Counterspell of some kind. Maybe they have a Wandering Emperor, something like that. Okay, well, there it is. Phew. I'm just kind of happy it wasn't the annoying haze of pollen, preventing all combat damage, as some of you guys saw last night. Ugh. Not the funnest time in the world. If they have a sweeper, you know, we got a good backup, a pretty good backup in Regis or Alpha there. Oh, they made a samurai. They definitely don't have a sweeper. Yeah, that's for sure. Doesn't make sense to make the token and then sweep, of course. Oh, okay. Oh, got him. Scary stuff. Yeah, definitely some of my favorite decks to face. Probably my favorite deck to face. Bolt Bend, though, as I was saying, we're going to turn around, settle the wreckage that might attempt to exile all our creatures when we attack. We can Bolt Bend and turn around the Wandering Emperor that just, or could try to exile. What did it exile? That could try to exile something. Oh, it did. Shifting Ceratops, if, you know, they have another creature. We can exile one of theirs. I think we might have to choose something worse. Exile target tap creature, yeah. So if they target something big and nasty, perhaps we could use Bolt Bend, make them exile Marauding Raptor. Anything, any spells or abilities. So Bolt Bend, change the target of target spell or ability. It doesn't matter where the ability comes from. Planeswalker, creature, artifact, literally anything. As long as that thing is only targeting one thing. Wandering Emperor's ability only chooses to exile one target creature. Target tap creature. Bolt Bend would do the trick. But we're definitely keeping in Shifting Ceratops. All this Carnage Giant and Tyrannix Rex. A very good chance to get to these guys, just because control takes a lot of time to do stuff. If we're not doing stuff, for them to use their counter spells or removal on, well, they're not doing stuff, we're not doing stuff, and eventually we get enough for the big scary dinos. It does seem kind of broken. Yes. Oh, a nice addition, I must say. Oh, we got to cut something though. Galta, 2 Huntmasters. Oh, had to lock it in there quick. I probably should have been maybe 2 Realmwalkers, but that is some nice card advantage. Potentially playing multiple things off the top, making good use of Marauding and Huntmaster, combining that cost reduction, playing a dino for 2 less. Sometimes I don't have a lot of dinos in my hand, and it's not as much of a benefit. So it is exciting to have the potential of playing a Marauding Raptor off the top, Topiary off the top, just chaining a whole bunch of stuff. Now the question is, I'm going to try for Thunderherd Migration. I think that's less threatening than Huntmaster if they had a counter spell. Yeah, Heaven, I'm thinking Bolt Bend, that's where it's at. Again, making use of Topiary Stomper, which is a good fight target. It's got lots of power and toughness, but it has that key 4 power to synergize with Bolt Bend. Lovely. Oh, this is getting good. I mean, Huntmaster for 2, Topiary for 2. We're at 5 next turn. Unfortunately, we don't have Castle Garenbrig. If we did, that would mean Tyrannix Rex again. Beautiful. You can see how facing a deck that doesn't do a whole lot, goes slow. We go a little bit slower sometimes. But the finishing stuff that we have is the natural scary thing against this kind of a deck. Double Topiary Stomper this turn. Tyrannix Rex next turn, perhaps. Oh boy. That would be nice. And we're at 7, so we can attack with one of them. My goodness, this is just getting out of control. Topiary Stomper again. Vigilance. Wandering Emperor cannot exile because they never tap. A very valuable thing, it feels. Well, if they exile, sweep everything, that's not bad because we're at 7. Farewell. Yes, not so bad. Carnage Tyrant. Ooh. That's a good question. Carnage Tyrant this turn. Maybe that's a sweeper. Tyrannix Rex. Yeah. Let's go with Tyrannix Rex. Let's use all our available mana. Take them down to 8. If they can't do anything, they die from the finishing blow next turn. Man, I love that haste. They still might be able to take them out. They have 6 mana, so they potentially could pay that extra. Okay, they can pay the extra 4. Not so bad. We couldn't have used Bolt Bend anyways, unfortunately, just because there was nothing else for us to target. Carnage Tyrant, I'm wondering about that. It would likely draw out a sweeper. Shifting, get a... Let's go shifting. I'm going to try for that. Hasty. Oh, absolutely. I must say, haste is 100% where it's at. Big time. The haste from shifting, Tyrannix Rex, Otepec Huntmaster, Regis or Alpha, all that stuff. Not many decks have that much haste. And I almost forgot to pop this clue here. Fortunately, I did not forget. Okay, we got some options. Castle Garenbrig, we have 6, 9, definitely Castle Garenbrig. Start off with the Realmwalker. We'll still be able to play Carnage Tyrant if it makes sense to do so. Yeah, we're doing that. Okay. That old Gnawbone is big and nasty. Hopefully they don't have a sweeper, but making 7 treasure tokens, my goodness. Whenever a creature they control deals damage, you make that much treasures. Well, they have enough mana. Easily enough to pay the extra cost for Tyrannix Rex. They have to sweep this turn. That's how it is. Or make Hall of the Storm Giants a creature, but we'd still be swinging with shifting and Realmwalker as well. Boogan. Not so bad. Not the end of the world. It will be pretty hard to recover. That's for sure. Settle the wreckage. Okay, watch this. They could potentially do Ugin's +2. They will do Ugin's +2. Oh my, folks. If they do that, and we have the 1 red for Bolt Bend with Topiary, we turn around the 3 damage and exactly deal enough to finish him off. Oh, if this works, oh boy. Don't take out Topiary Stomper. You can do it. Don't kill him. Oh, this is actually pretty intense. This would be the ultimate win with this. It would be hilarious. Pretty legit if this works out. Oh boy, cross your fingers for me. Topiary Stomper live, no removal. +2, do it. Do it and don't have a counter spell. Oh. Okay. No counter spell. Oh. What's gonna happen? Holding my breath. Oh, wow. There we go. Wait for you, Pterosaurus. You joined. Ah, wow. You might have missed it. I started a little bit earlier. But, yeah. Or I started a little bit later. I got my dart to bed as well. She took a little bit longer because she had a long nap, but, yes. That was epic. That was, you can't write that stuff. My goodness. We gotta take another look at the list, especially if some of you guys missed it, but I mean, I hope that the namesake of the night, the new edition, the thumbnail, features at least a little bit. But when that card I added for the night does that, oh, my heart was racing. Oh my. Finished crafting a new deck, looking for something to watch. Well, you just witnessed an epic finish. Boogan for the opponent. I think so. And Dinos didn't have all these pieces quite yet. I keep saying Castle Garenbrig. Carnage Tyrant is a good payoff. You know, it lines up nicely. Carnage costs 6. Castle Garenbrig taps for 6. Pretty good. But if you don't have Castle Garenbrig, of course, or you don't have Carnage Tyrant, all that green mana sometimes is getting wasted. It didn't ever feel as good. But now you just have Tyrannix Rex and Carnage Tyrant in the top, benefiting from Castle Garenbrig. Nylia, you know, she's switching stuff on the top, drawing you some stuff, maybe Realmwalker playing a bunch of stuff. This could be a flex spot, potentially. A playset of the castle, good stuff, good stuff. I'm definitely advocating for it a lot, just because, well, there's extra benefit to it with this Rex, as long as you have Marauding, or Huntmaster, or Nylia. Yes, I did. I've done it before. I did it for a couple months, not having Commune with Dinosaurs. It seems like maybe it's just not needed. You could think Commune with Dinosaurs, Realmwalker, the playset of this could have been Commune doing similar things, card advantage, getting stuff off the top potentially. With Realmwalker though, we don't have to send maybe one good thing to the bottom. Maybe there's a couple things in those 5 that we look at and you want to keep them, but you only get to keep one. This way we just keep playing all the good stuff, all the good stuff. I do have a lot of good dinosaurs. But yeah, you could probably consider Realmwalker as the thing where Commune would have been. Both things kind of card advantage. Thunderherd Migration, potentially maybe 2 of these and 2 Realmwalkers would make up the 4 Commune with Dinosaurs. But it seems like it gets the job done even without it. And maybe Realmwalkers is better than Commune with Dinosaurs. Hard to say. Storm the Festival, yes. Yes, I have considered it. I think I have a few copies. Man, oh, my goodness. Nissa's Triumph. I wonder about that too. Let me see if I should have it somewhere. Pretty sure I have. Yeah. Oh, it's uncommon. Yeah. Search your library for up to 2 basic forests. Very nice for 2 green, so quite efficient. If we control a Nissa Planeswalker though, we get to search for 3 lands, not 3 basic lands. Just 3 lands. Oh, with Wayward Swordtooth. I think that actually would be a pretty good pairing. I'm going to have to keep that in mind. Actually, I'm going to make that the deck art. Just as, oh, excuse me, a little reminder. My goodness. Yeah, that would be good. I've never actually made that particular connection with Wayward Swordtooth, playing an additional land each turn and potentially getting 3 lands. Oh, that is going to be good. But definitely, storm the festival as well. There are so many things with dinos that are 5 or less. Of course, with 4 Carnage Tyrants and 4 Tyrannix Rexes, storm the festival, not being able to grab them, maybe I wouldn't like that as much. Perhaps I would cut 4 Tyrannix Rexes just to increase the number of hits for storm the festival, and maybe the hits that are in here at the moment are enough. Hard to say, but I like to think of it like Collected Company. Any deck that's using creatures, mana value 3 or less, pretty much that's all it is, plus the 4, the playset of Collected Company, just to maximize the hits of that. But Storm the Festival being able to grab permanents, not just creatures, is quite a bit different than Collected Company. You grab your Domri, Nylea, Keen-Eyed. She is a creature, but if you don't have the devotion to make her a creature, she stays that enchantment. But yeah, I will do Storm the Festival again at some point. I don't know. This seems to be working still. Sometimes a little bit rough against those aggressive things for sure. Jund. I've started to face Jund a little bit more actually. I think I faced it once today. Yeah, it's doing the trick. Aggressive stuff. If I don't get maybe an early Ripjaw Raptor. But even if they interrupt stuff, there can be nice stable ramp. We still get to play those big scary dinos. I hope we don't have to sacrifice them. Definitely it is the speed. I gotta think I could play Storm the Festival and maybe get good stuff, but perhaps Storm the Festival could be Carnage Tyrant anyways. If I have enough to play Storm the Festival, would I rather always play Carnage Tyrant? You can think of it like that. Storm the Festival can't be reduced by Marauding or Otepec Huntmaster's cost reduction. So that is also something to consider. Would you rather sometimes get something good, or would you rather always play Carnage Tyrant, since they both cost 6? Then I might not ever get to 10, being able to flashback Storm the Festival. I don't think there's maybe quite enough ramp with this list here. I might want to add more ramp to be able to flashback Storm the Festival a little bit more. But Nylea, as long as they don't make us sacrifice a permanent, she should stick around. And Nylea, indestructible, nice, in a way stable ramp, pseudo ramp with that cost reduction, and just using her ability, tune a green to maybe get something nice from the top. But if it's something we don't need, of course, just putting it into our graveyard. Well, pretty hard to kill something that is indestructible, I must say. They could make us sacrifice her if she is a creature, so we gotta keep an eye for that. Oh, well, this is certainly getting interesting, I must say. Really should have done Temple of Abandon, but yeah, that's all right. Actually, if I did go Temple of Abandon, I couldn't have done Nylea's ability here. I'm going to hold out hope that Huntmaster or Marauding is sticking around. If they both stick around, we still get Tyrannix Rex. But if they both die and Temple of Abandon is our only land next turn, we'd still be one off from that guy. I think there's a good chance at least one of those guys stays around. They could do double Fatal Push. Bedevil. Oh, the devil. Fatal Push. Oh. I jinxed myself. They knew something bad was about to happen with the Rex, about to Rex them. Sadly. Oh, and you just get another land and you pay the 2 life and there you go. Maybe we'll be dead. Hit him. They would hit for at least 5. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Maybe we draw another Tranix Rex next turn just because I do have 4 copies. There is a slight possibility of that happening. They got to be at least a little bit scared. Aggressive as possible. Oh, making a treasure. So they might be able to take it out, paying the 4. That looks to be the case. Sadly. Well, they do at least have to invest quite a bit of resources into doing this. Alright, well, we got to use her ability to find something. Oh, there's the Rex. We're not going to survive. But it was close. It was close. It is pretty nice that I am able to take out control, potentially figuring out maybe a better way to shore up the Rakdos Midrange matchup, or just chalk it up to one of my unfavorable matchups. Not ready to do that yet. Certainly a sweeper you can imagine. Take out the harvesters, the tokens. Most of Rakdos Midrange goes down to 3 damage. Enough of it, I think. Yeah, shifting. Yeah. Nothing blue related. We'll get in Ripjaw Raptor, like I was saying. We'll switch Huntmaster for the more durable, harder to get rid of treasure map. That costs 2, this costs 2. So that lines up there. I just felt like cutting it. I want to see it all the time, but I don't want to see multiple Gwenas. I really don't want to see multiple Gwenas. But I have been thinking about adding it back in just because there is, with Tranix Rex, quite a few dinos that have that 5 power. I felt also that in a lot of the lists, often enough, there wasn't a dino that met that requirement. I kind of had to put dinos with 5 power in that I really didn't want. It wasn't feeling quite right to meet that requirement, but with this guy in, I think it's high time that I tweak some things, maybe add in 2 copies of Gwena, because this is definitely a lovely payoff. That would be nice. I gotta do it at some point. 60, we're at 6. Bolt Bend. I like Bolt Bend. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to take out the Realmwalker. All right. Almost always lose to Rakdos. Well, it's the top deck for a reason. It's rough stuff, I must say. Hopefully this is rough stuff for the opponent, because we are staring at Carnage turns. We got 4 lands, one of them being Castle Garenbrig. Thunderherd Migration gets the 5th land. Boom. 5 lands including this means 6 for this or this. Pretty good, I must say. That's decent looking for sure. But definitely going back to the Gwena comment, that's got to happen at some point. I'll reveal Ripjaw. Not so threatening. They don't have to worry too much at the moment. Cut. How's it going? Hopefully all is well. As well as this hand is looking potentially. Yeah. Unfortunately, you did miss the stunning finish I had with Bolt Bend. You got to go back and check it out. Bant Control. Bant Ramp. Ugin was about to do us in, but we finished them off in 2. They didn't take a single game from us because of all the nasty stuff. Oh man, that's a classic. I have to cut that match up, or at least that finish there, because wow, it's going to be hard to top that tonight, I must say. Picture perfect. Woo. There we go. Like I said, if you get to 5, you get to 6, you play this. Boom. How is Castle Garenbrig not stunning? We have Thunderherd Migration, which gets us a land ahead, and Castle Garenbrig gets us a land ahead. So we were 2 turns ahead with this, because it technically taps for 2. And it's hard to interact with. It's a land. That is good. Good stuff. I imagine both Blood Tithe Harvesters would block. Let's see. What might I want to do? Got another land, Castle Garenbrig plus a source of green. We would have 7. Can't make use of all that. Topiary Stomper would be nice to get to 7 lands. But I do like another Carnage Tyrant. Now the question is, attack with Carnage Tyrant. I imagine Shieldred probably wouldn't block. Would Shieldred block? You know what? Topiary Stomper. Let's do that. Take out both their Blood Tithe Harvesters, I think. Maybe. Okay, so the Topiary Stomper seems to be drawing out one of the Blood Tithe Harvesters. They'll tap, sacrifice it. Topiary Stomper will get -4/-4. Dr. Gazooks, appreciate that, definitely. At least we took out Shieldred. That's the main thing. Do whatever you can to drop her. But I like Marauding. 100%. Marauding plus Carnage Tyrant. That's going to be nice. Perhaps I just go Regis or Alpha because that's going to be the most explosive. And if Regis or Alpha is sticking around still, we get to attack with Carnage Tyrant next turn anyways. We couldn't attack with Carnage Tyrant this turn. Ronnie's going to ping 2 things. Sitting at 6. Plus the token is 3. Hitting him for more damage. More bodies. Kind of going wide. I think should do the trick. Just keep up the aggression at this point. Definitely since Shieldred is down. Lowest temperature around 0 Celsius. Hey, that's pretty good. So it only gets a little frosty, I guess. But yeah, it's going to get maybe even colder this week. It started to melt today, which was kind of nice. But the banks of snow are still very high. It's interesting to see where everybody lives. It's nice that there are so many people over the world that do watch. I do appreciate it. Math is for blockers, certainly. Stomp, Bone Crusher Giant. I thought so. Okay, I'm liking this. I was worried that they would get... Oh, treasure map for 2, got 4. Make sure I can play this plus Carnage Tyrant still. Yes, okay, good stuff. That's where it's at. Boom. They are kicking themselves. Wishing they would have seen Carney T, because they don't want to be facing that. Well, hopefully you do get sleep whenever you do go to sleep. Summer 40. Oh, you do definitely pay with 40 Celsius. Sometimes it gets up to 40 here. Yikes. That is rough. A lot better than other places, I hear. 50 Celsius just keeps getting out of control again and again and again. And we don't need that treasure map. Croxa would block Carnage Tyrant Stomping now. Let's do that. That's okay. We're going to take out Kroxa for sure. They don't have enough that... Well, they might... No. They would need 6, including Kroxa, to be able to escape them again. So they won't be getting that this turn. They don't have any creatures with reflection to copy, although Den of the Bug... Oh. They killed it. To be able to escape Kroxa. Oh, that is cool. I have not checked it out yet, Heaven. Just don't seem to have nearly as much time as I hope for. Stomping Ground, send that to the bottom and finish them off with the 1 damage trample from Carnage Taunt. Oh, perfect. Exactly like that Bolt Bend. Turning around Ugin's 3 damage. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, Heaven, I gotta check it out at some point. Make some time for that. Freezing temperatures to 90s Fahrenheit. Ooh, that's big. Flying on a plane is pretty interesting. I gotta imagine it's a big shock. You go maybe when it's winter somewhere, go south, and it's 20 Celsius, 30 Celsius. You might not want to go back if you don't really like the cold, that is. The Chosen One. Okay, hey. I'm just happy I can take him down for you. Some revenge for everybody that has trouble with Rakdos. You know what? I'm going to give this a go. Oh, a double mulligan from them is very... I'm liking our chances. But I'm keeping this because treasure map. Eventually, flipping it, we get the 3 treasures after that 3rd landmark counter, plus Treasure Cove itself is a land. That's going to be a lot of ramp, and that could quite easily lead to Carnage Tyrant. Oh, Bolt Bend was doing the trick, doing the trick. There's just so much stuff to try, it's hard. I guess in a way I'm kind of happy I like one thing so much, because I could see myself floating around trying a lot of different things. And oh, look at these. We've got 4 lands, treasure maps. We're making stuff happen. Stable stuff happen. You can't fatal push treasure map. You can't go for the throat. You can't make a sacrifice. It's not a creature, but they could get some nice quick bodies, and we still might be done for, sadly. We don't exactly need another land. Possibly, but we're sitting on 5 lands eventually, which gets us again to that Carnage Tyrant. Ooh, I think they might get rid of it. Or Ripjaw Raptor, hard to say. Ripjaw Raptor would be nice, being a 4/5, able to stop the aggression from the Graveyard Glutton there. I thought so. Yeah, same opponent. They took us down the first game. We took them down the second, and hopefully we can make it happen here. Although they're doing a lot of painful stuff. Try for treasure map, see what it gets. Which, I always forget this. If you have something that shuffles and you're gonna do treasure map anyways, you really should do Thunderherd Migration first, just so you don't shuffle the thing you scried with treasure map. You want to dig for something. Yeah, it could mess things up, especially if you leave something on the top that is good. You forget about that, and then you go Thunderherd Migration. Now you've just shuffled it, sadly. Might be a little bit too much aggression from them. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant next turn is going to be good. We're going to do this, though. Actually, these treasures might allow us to go multiple things, and that might buy us enough time. Oh, we don't need that. Okay, let's see. Castle Garenbrig. 6, 9. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. We're going to go with everything. Topiary Stomper. Beautiful. We still are left with 3 plus 3 treasure tokens. 6 for Carnage Tyrant. And I guess Treasure Cove is a land, so that increases the total lands even more easily. Getting to 7 for Topiary Stomper. That's okay. We still got a land. We'll have Carnage Tyrant down. I'm liking it. I was thinking maybe I should have gone Regisaur, but I want something stable and I want to hope that they don't make us sacrifice it. Maybe they're worried. Shieldred's Edict. Instant speed. We sacrifice Carnage Tyrant. Okay, good. Liliana of the... Oh, I jinxed myself. As I said it, they played it. The bane of Carnage Tyrant's existence. That's too bad. I mean, we'll have 2 bodies with Regis or Alpha. We're not quite dead yet. And they could finish us off with a Stomp from Bone Crusher. Fatal Push on... Let's see. Can we go Regisaur plus Nylea? That is the question. Well, definitely going to make the 6. 6 plus 2. Yeah, Nylea for 4. And we can go Regisaur Alpha. Yeah. Maybe this will help us do it. As long as they don't take out the token, some good stuff could happen. But, 2 to 20. Painful. That's alright. We took him down once. That was good stuff. But a lot of removal. Nuts. Maybe a couple earlier bodies. And we did eventually get to Carnage Tyrant, which was nice. Stably get to it, just not quite fast enough, I guess. Ooh, speaking of Shieldred's Edict, that's one of the things I'm always worried about now. The new addition for Rakdos or Mono Black, making us sacrifice one of the big scary dinos at instant speed. If it's our only creature, and there's a good chance it is, because they've used removal on other stuff. So, I don't need this. Nah. Okay. Alright. Jump into the next one. Hope for the best. Oh, they are. Heaven, absolutely. You really want to fit Tyvar into your deck? It is helpful for sure. There are a lot of, well, there is Marauding Raptor and Otepec Huntmaster, both costing 2. I've always wondered about that fact. Maybe that should lead me into Tyvar. I would be able to use Huntmaster's ability to give something haste. That could be interesting. Think about it. Tyvar makes us able to use Huntmaster right away, but we can go into full control. With Marauding Raptor out, we play Huntmaster for a single red, and before Marauding Raptor pings Huntmaster to kill it, we tap Huntmaster to give something haste and attack. It's not a good use, but it's something. It's kind of like 1 red, sorcery speed, target creature gains haste. I mean, it's better than Huntmaster just sitting in hand for 1 red. Well, that could be good. Oh, the one that is like Tamiyo's. Oh, I thought you were meaning Tyvar the Planeswalker. Yes. Yes, Tyvar Stand. There's Tyvar the Jubilant Brawler. Yeah. I've used Tyvar Stand a little bit. It's done the trick. I feel often enough I still get the job done even without protection spells. Yeah. I think it's probably the best protection spell now, just because late game you can sink all your mana into making something bigger for a bigger swing. Very nice indeed. But it looks like, again, something control related. Nylea it is. Definitely more durable, a better chance to stick around than Huntmaster. We could be seeing Tyranic Rex next turn. I hope. Ugh, Leyline Binding. Nuts. Well, Carnage Tyrant it is. Let's hope they don't have a sweeper. You can't Leyline Binding that. They gotta be at least a little bit scared there. Boom, look at that. Beautiful. And we go Tyranic Rex. Oh, this is disgusting. I hear you just, you got some play sets of Castle Garenbrig. Good stuff. Hopefully it's not Settle the Wreckage. It is not. Whew. That was a good idea to get Castle Garenbrig, I must say. Maybe they kill us. That's alright. Oh, sheesh. Look at that. If you're not using Castle Garenbrig, we got Carnage Tyrant down 2 turns sooner. I used Thunderherd Migration, I think. Yes. Again, similar to the other time against Rakdos. Thunderherd Migration gets us an extra land. Castle Garenbrig is another turn ahead. Carnage Tyrant. Boom. Man. Good stuff. Okay. Both bends, I imagine there could be Settle the Wreckage or various targeted removal. It would be nice to hopefully showcase stopping Settle the Wreckage with this. But what to cut? Galta? Yeah, I guess I'll do Galta. Otepec Huntmaster? I think so. Couple treasure maps. All the treasure maps. Okay. Yeah, definitely substitute Grook's Uprising for it, but just having some protection in the sideboard somewhere, certainly, it's never going to be a bad idea. Even if you just save one creature from a sweeper destroying all creatures, that's pretty good, especially if that is Carnage Tyrant. If that's the thing you save by giving it indestructible, that would be very nice. But this opponent's got to be scratching their head because that was perfection. Hopefully they don't portable hold the treasure map. It would be nice to at least flip one. But the thinking is, treasure map, it's going to be durable. It would have been nice to get Nylea down, for sure. Yeah, just consider sideboarding it in. If you take Huntmaster out, Huntmaster gonna die quite a bit. But by the time treasure map flips is about the time you'd be playing Tyranic Rex anyways. With Huntmaster out, you may as well make a bunch of treasures and more easily be able to play this thing and increase the consistency with the scrying of treasure map. Now the question becomes, yeah, we're going to do another treasure map. I got a good feeling about this. Nah, we don't need another Carnage Tyrant. There we go. We're already a turn ahead, a draw ahead. whatever you want to call it. That's pretty good. Oh, see, well, we got Karnish Trant. We don't really need another one, I think. Yeah, we're certainly tapping this one at least. Both of them plus Marauding Raptor. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to keep... No. I'll try for Marauding and see if that draws out a counterspell. If they have Censor, something that makes us pay an extra one, we had it left instead of tapping this second treasure map. I gotta be at least a little bit scared. Don't need more lands. We have another one in hand. I want to get the Castle Garenbrig, potentially. But it doesn't really matter. Treasure map is going to flip one of them, and that's going to give us enough to play Tyrannix Rex or Karnish Turn. You can imagine Otepec Huntmaster would have kicked the can probably long ago. Alright. Boom. They only have 2. Maybe they have a sweeper next turn. Yeah, that was Regis or Alpha. Why not? Okay, let's think about this. You prefer Drover? Okay, no, that's definitely nice. Drover the Mighty being a 3/3 is a very good backup compared to Huntmaster's 1/2. But I gotta do math here for a second. Nylea for 3. Make Karnish Tyrant 4. Take the ping, at least, yeah. You know what? I just want to take out Teferi. That is the biggest, most important thing. They're not going to be able to stop Tyrannix Rex. 8 damage to them is nice, but I like taking out Teferi, I must say. I wouldn't do it if it would take 2 hits, but that thing, not fun. And Marauding still does a bit of damage. Okay. Ugh. So I do have the sweeper. I think they might have had it already, so if we just hit them in the face, the fairy wouldn't be dead. They wouldn't have drawn an extra card. They wouldn't untap 2 things. So I think that's working out. I did forget to do the treasure at the end of their turn. I could have flipped it this turn, unfortunately. Nuts. Okay, well, we'll definitely take the ping. Nylea for 4. Or just Karnish Tyrant. You know what, I'm going to go with Nylea. I think there's a good chance we could get enough devotion to make her a creature coming up. Hopefully they don't leyline binding it or something. Oh, Ether Gust. Okay. Well, definitely, I like sending that to the bottom instead of the Karnish Tyrant there. That is good. Okay. It is nice I drew at the Ether Gust. Hopefully they don't have another one. Maybe they're sitting on a bunch of sweepers that aren't really helping them out because there's nothing to sweep. And I guess we can use the treasure cove we have already to tap, draw a card. We got a bunch of treasures now. Tons of stuff. Don't need Thunderherd Migration. Plenty of mana, potentially. Okay, let's see. Can I do both Carnage Tyrant and Regisaur Alpha? Probably something is going to be stopped. That Settle the Wreckage. Unfortunately. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. That's Carnage Tyrant and Regisaur Alpha. Okay. Let's try it. Okay, just a memory deluge. They only have 3 left. Very nice. Hopefully they didn't get that Ether Gust. Oh, they did. Nuts. I jinxed myself. Yeah. Send it to the bottom, play this guy, and cross my fingers they don't have a sweeper. Now they're going to get desperate and dig. Oh, maybe this draws out Settle the Wreckage. We see Bolt Bend come into effect. The Wandering Emperor. Okay, not too bad. They have to make a samurai to save themselves. Okay, they don't have a sweeper. If they had a sweeper, they wouldn't. Maybe. Oh, they really want to save themselves. My goodness. Tranix Rex, let's go. Ooh, Regisaur Alpha. Yep, we'll go with that. Absorb. Nuts. Shifting Ceratops would have been nice as well. Just keep attacking. They gained some life so they didn't have to block. Darn. Hopefully Bolt Bend can help us out. Kind of not helping us out because they got enough samurais to combine and block and take out Carnage. Oh, Domri, if they can't counter that, we can fight one samurai. Man, they're just full of counter spells. Let's see another Carnage Tyrant. I hope. I'm not attacking. This could get ugly. Oh, they do have a sweeper. Perhaps. Yeah, treasure map. Seems kind of nice. Scrying. Getting some good stuff, I hope. Don't need that. Okay. Is this the thing? Oh, Hall of the Storm Giants. I forgot about Hall of the Storm Giants. I am sad. I forgot about that. But it might not have really mattered anyways. They would have made that a creature the following turn and done painful things. Man, that was a slog and a half. Kind of got close there. A little bit. Yeah, I can work with that. It's 3 lands, Castle Garenbrig. One of the lands is a forest to have Castle Garenbrig come into play untapped. Not that we have a turn 1 play. Castle Garenbrig would be the thing that I go with for the first land. Oh, such a good card, absolutely. I don't know. I haven't really evaluated. I don't usually evaluate cards other than if they're a dinosaur, but that's one of the best cards. It is nice to see white get some good stuff. Yeah, 3 lands, Realmwalker, Topiary, lots of nice ramp. Bolt Bend, stopping some potential removal. They probably have a counter spell. Hopefully that's not the case. Ether Gust counter spell. They were full of counter spells the previous. Yeah, this could be painful. We saw how many counter spells they were packing, unfortunately. Shifting Ceratops is going to be really nice. Yeah, Realmwalker. Sadly, I don't have a source red. It would have been nice to go Domri, for sure. I don't want that. I want to get more lands. Oh, well, we already have one. We need more stuff. Oh, hopefully a good dinosaur planeswalker. Definitely like Domri, definitely. Hopefully it is red and green colors. Huatli was red and white, and then white and green, so we're due for a red and green dinosaur planeswalker. For sure. Yeah, I'll try for Domri. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm liking that he's stuck around, yeah. This is looking good. Oh, we're setting up for some painful stuff about to happen. Trying the new Nissa. I have wondered about that myself. I think I opened 2 copies when I was opening up my packs here. Another land. Yeah, I gotta play it safe. Alrighty. This is looking good. Oh, the super ramp abilities and the castle. Yeah, I would like that. Marauding Raptor could be very nice. Nice explosive potential. But Castle Garenbrig, certainly. That's what I want to be doing. Domri probably would have been better just to use his ramping ability. Saving a treasure. Oh boy. We're getting worried. But it's still good because we can slam Regis or Alpha next turn. Potentially turn around a Bolt Bend. Or turn around something. Although we can't turn around a Sweeper, sadly. Hey, well, that's okay. They only have 2 left, so... Well, all their counter spells are doing nothing for them. Yeah, we just go Castle Garenbrig for the 6. Domri's ability to make stuff not be countered. We get our source of red. We'll be left with a bunch of extra stuff. Some extra mana. Guess I needed 2 sources of red. Okay. Pretty good. Draw a card. Okay, nothing targeting. I'm just hoping to make use of Bolt Bend in this matchup at the moment, but there might be not too many cases. It would have been nice to turn around, settle the wreckage, I must say, but perhaps the cases are too narrow for Bolt Bend in Azorius Control. We'll see, though. Nuts. Well, I'll draw a card. That's probably my best bet at this point. And I don't want to forget. Yeah, that's alright. They only got 3 left. We got Domri still protecting from potential counter spells. Tyrannix Rex we could play. Hopefully we see it. Well, that's not Tyrannix Rex, but that does Rex. Again. My goodness. Okay. Happy to see this. Wow. Yes, we can dodge Wandering Emperor's removal quite fantastically, but almost messed us up there. It didn't use Treasure Cove, leaving us with 1 red, just in case they do something nasty. Did we get him? Perhaps. Yes. Oh boy, there we go. Whew. But yeah, you can bolt bend Wandering Emperor's removal. They didn't have 4. But my goodness, Domri. The only copy of Domri I have in the list. Previously, I've used multiple copies of Domri Anarch of Bolas because it is a fantastic card. A Swiss Army knife. Power, ramp, counterspell protection, fighting, GG. But yeah, bolt bend. Any spell or ability with a single target, you get to change the target. Doesn't matter where this comes from. They could target their own thing. So let's take a look at this. Where's the Wandering Emperor? Oh, they didn't cast it this turn. Yeah, we'll take a look at the Wandering Emperor because bolt bend could really be quite helpful. If they want to put a counter on a creature, +1/+1 and first strike, you could bolt bend Wandering Emperor's counter and temporary first strike, put that counter on your own creature and give it first strike. Maybe they were going to put the counter on a big flying shark. With the first strike, chances are it would take out whatever creature it's blocking, but not. Nah. If you steal the Wandering Emperor's ability, so you can kind of stop 2 of its abilities. For 1 red, you get to exile one of their creatures. They might not have any, unfortunately, so bolt bend, not super useful. But again, you could just exile another tap creature that isn't very strong, saving a big, maybe a powerful Marauding Raptor. You're attacking with Marauding, say it's 7 power, but you're also attacking with Otepec Huntmaster. Doesn't always make sense to do so, but maybe you want to get a little bit extra damage. Or Huntmaster was tapped to give something haste. Wandering Emperor tries to exile Marauding, boom, you turn that around to exile your own Huntmaster, and you get to still deal tons of damage. So yeah, bolt bend, really very good. I'm happy I didn't need it. It was feeling pretty bad being stuck with 2 bolt bends there. But yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Treasure map showing up, definitely. That won us the game. We sacrificed the treasure to draw, get 1 turn closer. We had Marauding and Regis or Alpha together in 1 turn, and that's what did it, definitely. Multiple treasure maps, you might as well. The first one flips, you're left with a bunch of other treasures. The first one you use to sacrifice and draw some cards. Lovely, lovely. And this hand looks pretty lovely. It's not a Sorcerer Edge for Huntmaster, but we've got Thunderherd Migration, which chances are is going to grab something for red. We got a Forest plus Castle Garenbrig, which has again proven itself tonight quite nicely. Oh, okay. Budget replacement for the one that costs 0. Yeah, but they were surprised. Marauding Regisaur. Very, very satisfying indeed. Hopefully this isn't you know what. Yeah, they must have been surprised. Yeah, maybe one day cut. I will venture into Commander, but there would be a lot of cards to consider, like you say, and budget replacements. A lot of cards have gotten very expensive in paper just because of that format, unfortunately. Now the question is, do they got a counter spell? I would like to go Topiary Stomper. I would like to go Huntmaster, but I think, well, we'll just try for it and hope they don't counter it. Censor, nuts. I feel like it's Indomitable Jeskai Lotus Field Turbo Ramp. Something like that, I suspect. Something bad's going to happen, though. Phoenix's creativity. Oh, yeah. We might be done for here. Hard to come back from this. Discontinuity. Yep, makes sense. They have 6 with the Lotus Field. It doesn't enter, and they don't have to sacrifice things. It loses all abilities except mana abilities, and that's painful. Well, at least we got a land. Stable ramp. That's going to be about our only chance against this nasty, nasty deck. I'm not going to bother attacking because they could have some painful stuff up their sleeve. The Wandering Emperor, that sort of thing. I think we probably might just be dead. Censor, very nice to see. That go to the graveyard, so that could allow us to get something off easier. Even though, you know, Shifting, Carnage Tyrant, all those guys, they can't be countered, which it definitely feels good having those in game 1 when you start off against a deck that does have counter spells. Super satisfying. Now what are they going to do? That's the question. They know there's bigger and scarier things likely going to happen. I just hope they don't get something that can untap lands. Oh, they Supreme Verdict a Huntmaster and a Topiary Stomper. I have a sneaky suspicion they might have multiples. Luckily we didn't have, that did help us. Stomping Ground, we didn't have to pay 2. Very good stuff. It just comes into play untapped and we get to use it. Maybe they sweep us. That's okay. We got another one. And another one. And another one. There's 2 more Carnage Tyrants and 4 Tyrannix Rexes. We can't play the T-Rex quite yet, but if we get another land, that will happen. Try for Marauding. Build up the board. Realmwalker. Maybe play some stuff off the top. Discontinuity. Something like that. I imagine they would have done discontinuity at the very start of our turn. I'm pretty sure that's when all those people do it. Stopping the turn. We lose our draw. It goes untap, upkeep, draw. So they do it on our upkeep. We don't get a draw for that turn. And it just comes around to their turn, sadly. Oh, Galta, that is... Well, I like that. I'm going to try to take out Teferi. I hope. Don't want them untapping stuff and drawing an extra card each turn. Settle the wreckage. Blood Moon, yeah. Oh, Blood Sun? Blood Sun, yes. Darn. That's a big shark. Ouch. Nuts. Oh, Blood Sun cancels the yeah. Sadly, it does. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't stop its ability because tapping to make 6 green is still a mana ability. Blood Sun turns off everything except mana ability, so that is kind of nice. But Castle Garenbrig would enter the battlefield untapped even if we still didn't have a forest. Yeah, hey, Blood Sun helps us out. Oh, triple Blood Sun. They will be untapping both Lotus Fields. If I didn't have all this stuff, I definitely would have packed it in already. Try it again. We'll keep trying stuff, especially because Shifting can't be blocked, can't be targeted by anything blue related. 3 Blood Suns, my goodness. Hopefully they don't have another discontinuity. Discontinuity. Oh, excuse me. Now give it haste and maybe take the fairy down to 1. I don't want to keep playing this. Well, we'll try it again. We'll see. Wind condition, big sharks. Big nasty sharks. Drawing extra cards each turn. Pretty much a shark typhoon and killing creatures and sweeping. Annoying people into quitting, yeah. Yeah. And plus it's probably going to be the last match of the night. Now, Bolt Bend. We got to consider that. Soul Partition. Exile target non-land permanent. Bolt Bend. We can use that to turn it around. Make them exile their own Teferi. Boom. What else can we do? I mean, we can turn around a censor to... I don't think we can censor its own censor. No, that doesn't make sense. If there's a bunch of stuff on the stack, maybe we can use a censor against them. Seems like they'll have lots of removal, kind of like this, so Bolt Bend I think could be pretty good. Exile a Blood Sun, possibly. Maybe their only Blood Sun. And then that's going to make the Lotus field enter the battlefield tapped. And they have to sacrifice 2 lands. Yeah. Realmwalker, I'm going to send that packing. Gotta get something that will help us. Treasure map instead of Huntmaster. Let's do that. Yep. Okay, well, we got big scary dinos. Sometimes it's not enough to do the job. Yeah. Jeskai Lotus field. Annoying. Okay, hey. It's about as good as it's going to get. 3 lands, 2 things for 2. Shifting and Carnage Tyrant. You got to imagine this is pretty good, especially because it's Castle Garenbrig. 1 mulligan from them. Very positive stuff. I'm liking that. Yeah. I don't think it can get much better than this. Ooh, Temple of Abandon. Marauding. That will probably get killed next. Treasure map. Let's do treasure map. Slightly more stable, I feel. Okay, good stuff. Especially if they have, sensor, we can still... Nuts. That's okay. We'll get the landmark counters, get the scrying. I may need that Stomping Ground, especially if I want to go shifting Ceratops next turn. I'll probably just go Temple of Abandon, be left with a little bit extra. Castle Garenbrig, do I want that? Maybe. Nah. We're going to have plenty of mana with the 3 treasure tokens that hopefully are made after we put that 3rd and final landmark counter on. And we definitely didn't need Thunderherd Migration. You can see there we're 2 turns ahead, 2 draws ahead. Very nice stuff. Now we just have to hope there isn't a sweeper. I kind of like Nylian. No, let's not do that. Still left with 1, still left with 1. Good stuff. We got shifting as a nice backup. Hopefully no Ether Gust or... It's nice. Of course they could just have a sweeper in hand, so they're not too worried. It's about the best we can do and hope for. Sweeper. No sweeper. Settle the wreckage. Is this the time they do settle? Maybe. Yeah, let's pay the 2 life. Have a ton of extra that we can give shifting haste as well. We got 2 bolt bends. Perhaps we'll be using both bolt bends. They can't go settle the wreckage. They only have 1 white. What will they do? And they can't go Wandering Emperor. Nothing. Nothing. This is good. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Well, they're a little bit worried, that's for sure. How much do they send to the bottom? Oh, basically their entire hand. They're digging for the sweeper. Hopefully they will. Will they die? Interesting. That definitely is interesting. Okay. Let's see. Is it settle the wreckage? Oh. Oh. Huh. Maybe. Boom. Got him. Yes. Exactly how I was hoping. Holy cow. Oof. Have you ever stopped settle the wreckage for 1 red? Just that alone is good, but 2 times, and the 1 time just there specifically, as I was saying, we might be able to settle or counter cells. Oh, I'm on cloud 9. It's shoring up some of the painful parts. I never would have won without Bolt Bend. I had to attack conservatively if they ever had Wandering Emperor or settle the wreckage, but now, yeah. Whew. Yeah, they were wrecked. I settled the dispute that dinos can wreck lots of opponents. Okay, we'll try it again. Yes, that was a nice one. That's a pretty good check mark for dinos, or at least Bolt Bend. My goodness. Wow. Okay. Dinos never settle. I never settle. Who knows? Maybe I've found my favorite variation. I've tried basically hundreds over the years. Over 100. Lots of stuff. Do they have a counter spell? Are they more worried about Treasure Map or Marauding Raptor? That's the question. Man, we got all the scary things. I'll try for Treasure Map. Okay. Not as threatening. Okay. I think they would have countered Marauding Raptor if we tried for it. This is good. Hey, might as well. Bolt Bend is an uncommon. I don't think it's too expensive, so it can't hurt. And if you can settle the wreckage, you might as well. Yeah. I think we should be good. Just send Marauding. Maybe he was going to get killed easily anyways. We'll scry. Oh, there's the castle. Good stuff. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Bolt Bend, uncommon. It doesn't hurt on the wild cards. They have to be shook against that, because I bet they did not expect that to happen. My goodness. Yeah, we got to tap. We got to get the second landmark counter. Oh, to get it flipped next turn. Look at what we just got. Whew. Ossification, 100%. If you have a thing that is causing you trouble and it does a single target, yeah. I'm going to keep the other Carnage Tyrant there because this could be good. Now, Castle Garenbrig for us, the treasures. Yeah, it leaves 1. That is good. Just in case we need to use Bolt Bend. But either way, we've got Carnage Tyrant, Carnage Tyrant, Tyrannix Rex. That's pretty good, I hope. Yeah, definitely. Costs like $1. Cut. Dirt cheap. Pretty good. Makes you want to build dinos. Good stuff. My goodness. I can go Tyrannix Rex, but I don't have one for settle. I'm going to try for another one and hope they're scared and feeling pain. Ether Gust? Oh, nuts. I really wish I had another Carnage Tyrant in my hand. Darn. Taking out Topiary 100%. They won't be able to untap Lotus Field and they won't draw an extra card. I hope they don't have another copy in hand. Ugh. Darn. Yeah. The lands, Carnage Tyrant. Tyrannix Rex definitely is pretty expensive, but I think it's going to come down in price. I hope. They have 2 Lotus Fields though and a Blood Sun, so our time might be up, unfortunately. Well, let's try and get them. I thought they might be doing the Shark Typhoon thing, making big ones. Would be kind of cool if I could steal the Shark Typhoons. Yeah. Oh, it's a ton of Blood Suns again. It would be nice to take out Lotus Field. Especially because it doesn't have hexproof. Oh, we lost our treasure, sadly. Okay. Hopefully that's still good. They have a potential 6 still, which can do a lot of nasty stuff. Probably have enough to pay the war. Okay, I like that. Watch them have a 3rd copy of Topiary. Oh yeah. Definitely, I mean, you can see how it's not so much overkill. Favorite Timmy card ever? Yeah, Tyrannix Rex probably my favorite Timmy card. Legit. Carnage Tyrant is nice, but the haste from Tyrannix Rex, right there, you can see how important it is. We can easily enough get to 6 for Carnage Tyrant. We can probably easily get to enough for Tyrannix Rex. That's just one more. Ether Gust. Maybe we can gain some important information by what they do here. Oh, yeah, Bolt Bend. I think we could do that. Bolt Bend and Ether Gust. Very good, very good. I'm going to have to keep that in mind, and we're going to see what happens. I imagine they'll be able to take out Tyrannix Rex, though. They have a potential 9 mana. That's not fun. Okay, they bought themselves a turn. That's alright. Ugh, nuts. That might do it. 2 Lotus Fields. Certainly painful. Ouch. Ether Gust. Let's try that Bolt Bend thing. Oh, okay. No Ether Gust. Hopefully they don't have Wandering Emperor. Okay, we got 1 hit. Is nice. Dragon Tyrant. A very nice card, yeah. Just a big creature that people like to slam down. Satisfying. Maybe not the best sometimes, but yeah. Just big creatures. But I get to play big, scary creatures. Big, bad creatures, yeah. Well, Baneslayer Angel, that's not good at all. Ugh, that's going to be painful for us. I do like Regisaur Alpha. My goodness, that was crazy. I should have played my Stomping Ground. I didn't think I would need both Bolt Bends, but wow, oof, interesting. Usually big power, yeah. Well, they definitely don't have a sweeper. That would be pretty painful for them. Maybe they attack us with everything and then sweep. Oh, that's what they're planning to do, it seems. At least I can give Shifting Reach, which is kind of nice. Stop myself taking too much damage. At least I don't take 10. Wanted to make a worm deck. Okay. Ionia, Shield of Omeria. Yeah, that is good, I must say. But hopefully I draw something other than a land. My goodness. Well, let's try and see what happens. Yeah. I'll keep dealing 5 damage. Baneslayer would deal 5 damage, and 11? Well, they probably have us here with those shark tokens, unfortunately. Well, not quite. Oh, lands after lands after lands. That does tend to do the trick. Yeah. Can't really do much if all you draw is lands, sadly. Yeah, we got to see some of the big scary dinos. Got kind of close, but Baneslayer certainly is a fantastic thing to do. Painful. Nuts. A Timmy card, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely Baneslayer is. But very positive overall. We got that Settle the Wreckage, Bolt Bend. Turned our chances around, got the win. Very rough with the ramping of Lotus Field. Just general Azorius control. Certainly I would prefer that more. But if I faced Lotus Field a little bit, certainly there is some fantastic tech for that. Because Lotus Field taps for multiple mana, Damping Sphere, turning Lotus Field into 1 colorless instead of 3 of any color, I believe. Very, very good stuff. Well, overall, I'm pretty happy. Didn't, well, climb much at all, sadly, but that's okay because we saw those flashes of brilliance, the potential. Oh yes, Stone Brain. That would be good. Yeah. Some nights aren't Dino's nights. That's alright. It hasn't stopped me yet in all these years. And it's not going to stop me now. Well, alright. We'll leave it there for tonight. Take out the Lotus Fields. Yes. I think that would. It was a good night cut. Absolutely fantastic moments all around. I had a good time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cut and Pterosaurus, Victor, anybody else right now, later on. Yes, have a good night. Heaven also. Yeah, Blood Sun. Couldn't play the Lotus Fields without sacrificing. That would be good. Something that destroys all enchantments, taking out Shark Typhoon. Well, lots to think about, but at least Dinos can have some pretty good game against Control. So yeah, I'll leave it there for tonight. Hopefully be back tomorrow night, but if not, that's all right. Have a good one. Peace, and see you next time.